Hi, Niko here from Papadopoulo.com. Thank you very much for tuning in. Do you have problems in approaching people on social media the right way? Stay tuned because in the video that follows, I'm going to explain you how to properly approach people on social media, especially through Facebook. And we're going to see about some tactics and about things you shouldn't be doing and how to actually set up your profile so that it serves you the better way instead of chasing people away. Stay tuned, enjoy the video, be good, have fun, and God bless. Thank you for joining. This is Niko from Papadopoulo.com. I'm inspired to live free, and today we're going to talk about the very important subject of marketing online, and that's approaching people on social media. I'm going to be focusing mainly on Facebook, but most of everything can be applied, tweaking them around with other social media as well. But I'll be using Facebook as a more, let's say, specific example for this particular presentation, or let's say talk for this particular live talk. So before I get into the actual subject, you might want to stop by to my homepage, nikopapadopoulo.com, because I have a few more trainings and live recordings and trainings about this subject. And today I'm going to analyze some issues a bit more, a bit deeper. So the first thing, before getting also into it, you have to have the right profile. Okay, you have to have the right profile. If your profile shouts what you represent, it's more likely when you try to reach out to new people, they will see what you are about, what you represent. If they are not interested, you lose. If they are interested and look online, most likely you lose again. It's like when you call a friend and try to create curiosity, okay, and don't vomit everything over the phone about your business, about your services, about your products. It's the same thing here. If you have your profile set up correctly, clean from what you are actually offering, okay, then your chances are you are creating curiosity, especially if you are having good stuff on your profile, if you are having valuable content, if you are having inspiration content, if you are having tips and advices about what you're trying to do, depending on how you brand yourself online, always. So, having said that, which is very, very crucial, if you miss out on that, you've got no shot, or very, 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 very limited shot, okay, into recruiting and reaching out to people, cold market online, trying to bring them into you. The cold market, let's say the cold person online, is somebody that you don't know and you try to reach out to them. Okay, that's what I'm going to cover. It's like reaching out to a person on the street, cold market prospecting. So approaching that cold market on the street is similar. Actually, it's kind of better if you know what you're doing, if you do it online. Why is it better? I'll tell you why. If you approach a person on the street, they cannot see who you are, they cannot see your background, they cannot see your profile, they cannot see what you represent. They will judge you based on your appearance and how you talk and how to try to approach them. Which, depending on who you are, that's a good thing, especially if you are with high energy and know what you're talking about. But if you don't know how to approach people on the street, for sure, most likely you don't have any shot. Now, let's go off the street and go online. A huge advantage of approaching people online the right way is that they can check you out. Let me say one more thing. A bad thing into approaching people online is that they can check you out. Does it make sense? Shall I repeat that? A good thing of approaching people online is that they can check you out. A bad thing into approaching people online is that they can check you out. Does it make sense? What I mean is that when you reach out to a new person online, if you do it the proper way, you will create curiosity and they will start looking at your profile. Now, if you have a good, positive, clean profile on your account, on your Facebook or your group or whatever, on your Twitter, on your Instagram, it doesn't matter. That means chances are that person is going to respond. It's going to be, it's more likely to respond to a good positive message, having looked at a good positive profile. Now, if your profile shouts what you are doing, what you are trying to offer, what you are trying to solve, if they are not interested, you've got no shot. Does that make sense? If that doesn't make any sense, you are losing big time. Big time. So make sure you check up your profile. You are more than welcome to check my profile and get ideas, either my profile and or my fan page, the Inspire to Live Free. So make sure you check a couple of profiles, for example, mine, get ideas. You can copy it. Don't put my pictures everywhere, put yours. But make sure it's clean and doesn't really represent your business, because you are missing out. I know a lot of my friends that are very, very active into network marketing and are doing the one-on-ones, mainly the typical way of doing network marketing. Let's say, if I may use that term, that terminology, that expression, I know for a fact they wouldn't like what I'm talking about right now. But I have to say what I experienced and how things are growing with me and my businesses in doing what I'm going to tell you about right now. So that's one thing. Having the profile set up correctly. Clean it up if you should, and make sure it's positive, you are sharing value, therefore people will get attracted to you. Okay. And when they will check you out, they will be intrigued to see what you have to offer. Why are you reaching out to them and things like that? So make sure you clean that up. I stress it enough. I hope I stress it a lot, because it's very, very important. It's like, it's huge. If you don't see it that way, okay, you are allowed to do whatever you want. You are free to choose and do as you like on your business and everything. Okay, so having said that, how do you reach out to people? Well, first of all, you need to know where and which people you need to reach out to. You can find people on various groups. You can find people on various company groups, or you can find people on various, let's say, specific activity kind of group, or professional type of groups. Like if you are offering legal services, you can find legal groups, legal type themed groups. If you are talking about health and nutrition, you can find those type of groups. Depending on what you are, on the people of your target market, of your target audience, look for respective groups. Now, I have been doing this a lot of putting some of my effort into groups that are typically kind of spammy, that they send, that everybody's trying to recruit everybody. Those are called spammy groups. I didn't have much success with those, personally. If what you are doing works for you, super, keep doing it. Of course, keep doing it. For me, for Niko, it doesn't really work out. Maybe it's because the target market there, the people that hang out there, are not the people that I would like to be hanging out with. I don't know. For me, it doesn't work very much. Even though I post my value, I post some of my blog posts and whatever, I did get some people reach out to me, but not very big numbers. On the contrary, when I approach people on let's say, more value-driven kind of groups, like the Robert Kiyosaki groups, or like professional groups of network marketeers, and company groups, I get to build more rapport easily like that. So it's much better. That's with me. That's my advice and that's my experience. So you can follow it, you can diss it. It's all up to you. Now, when you find the right person, what can you do? Well, you try to reach out to a person that they don't know you and you don't know them. You need to, raise as many flags as you can, but raise good flags. Don't try to spam them or piss them off. You can send them a message, even though most likely it's going to go into their other folder, or depending on how they set up their profile, it's going to be put in the message request folder. That's one thing. It doesn't help very much if they don't see it, but if you do it long enough and many times, I have people reach out to me a year ago that I sent a message, 2 years ago I sent a message. Most of them were spamming message, but still people reached out to me saying what's going on or whatever. That's one thing to have in mind. The combination though of sending a message as well as friend request them and or following them at the same time, and if possible like and or comment some of their pages, some of their posts and images, whatever, that's very good. That combination, it's strong and it's very good. So if you find a good person you want to reach out to, see if you can friendly request them, see if you can follow them, see if you can send them a message, and also like some of their photos or comments, or even comment on your own if you can. So combine those 3-4 steps when you reach out to a new person. And I'm sure most of them, if you do them the right way, they will reach back to you and say, hello, what's up, what's going on, whatever. Now, a crucial element to this is what you write on that message, on that first message. That's going to basically, that's so crucial it can break you or make you. Simple, let me say it like that. Definitely don't try to spam people. Don't try to tell them to, connect with you on that website, or send them a direct link to your business, or send them a direct link to your products or services, or things of that nature. Try to make friends. Try to connect with people and make friends. Shall I say that again? Try to connect people with people and make friends. It's so important to build rapport with a new person before you even try to talk to them about business. So important. Some people might not be interested in what you have to offer. Some people might not be interested in making more money. Some people are very happy with their job and don't want something else. Some people are very happy with their business. You have to respect that. Don't chase people away from you like I used to do by spamming people my links all over the place. That was so wrong. Fortunately, I found the right way and I'm learning and applying and I'm seeing results. If you don't know how to do things right, definitely reach out to me, send me a message, and I will be very happy to share what I'm learning and how I'm learning it, and most likely reduce your learning curve and help you start getting more results faster. So make sure when you reach out to a person and you send them a message, make sure that message is, first of all, hello, how are you? Where did you meet them? Where did you see them in that particular group? So you build some kind of rapport instantly. For example, if you are following Robert Kiyosaki as well, I'm saying an example, or any other leader or any other company, maybe you are in the same company, share what you have in common from the get-go. Share what you have in common from the get-go. I'll use the Robert Kiyosaki example. That's what I have in my top of my head right now. So when I reach out to people from that group, I say, hi, I'm also in the Robert Kiyosaki group. I like reaching out to people, something like that. Something within those lines. How are you? What's going on? Things like that. Don't mention any companies. Try to make friends first. If business matters comes afterwards, great. If business matters don't come afterwards, great. Why? Because, my friend, you keep the friendship. And the friendship is much more important than the business you are trying to close from the get-go, which will not happen. And you will lose both the business opportunity of doing business with that person, as well as having that person as a friend. Let me say that again because it's very important. It's more important to build a friendship from the get-go, try to do that, instead of trying to recruit them or sponsor them or sell them something from that first message. Why is it more important? Simply because typically you have no shot in closing the deal from that first message. On the contrary, you will chase them away. But if you build rapport, if you start initiating friendship with that first message and build up a conversation, a friendly conversation from there on, people will start liking you, trusting you, and getting to know you and wanting, possibly, if they are looking for something, they will ask for your help if you are there to support them. So building friendship is crucial. Do that from the beginning. I have people I reach out to that we started chatting and talking about things, our countries, things we have in common or not in common, and, talking about things. And generally, I let them bring the business issue on the table. Why? Because they are ready and they are anxious to see what I'm doing. Or they are anxious to sell them their business or their products or their services. But if I let them bring it up first, I'm not spamming them. It's clear I'm not reaching out to them for the business because I haven't even mentioned anything about business. So if they ask me what's going on about business, then I tell them. And depending on the previous conversation, I direct the post-business conversation into where I want to direct it to. Maybe into my MLM or my affiliate or whatever else. Maybe to just some free training if I sense they are not ready to be exposed to business. So it all depends on the conversation. There is no clear, direct script you can use simply because every person is unique and special and different. And you have to see people as unique and special and different instead of just a freaking number. People are not numbers. People are people, and when you treat them like people with respect, they will respect you back. And you will build friendships, and from there on, if they are ready to do business with what you are offering, great. If they are not, you keep the friendship, and who knows, maybe a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year later, 2 years later, something else happens in their life, and they remember you because you were unique, because you were authentic with them, and they will reach out for help or guidance or even ask you to join you directly. It happens. I've seen people doing it. It happened to me as well. That I reached out to people some months ago, for example, and very lately they started getting back to me, building rapport and so on and so forth. It takes time, but if you do it consistently every day, reach out to 5 people, 10 people per day, 20 if you can, whatever, but reach out to people the right way. Reach out to people the right way. That's so important. That's huge. If you don't reach out to people with the ways I suggested, most likely you've got no shot. I might be wrong. Who knows? But if you've been doing otherwise and you didn't have any results, maybe it's about time you start checking things out. Maybe you were wrong. Maybe. I know it hurts when you hear you were wrong or you are wrong. I know because I know I was wrong for a long time. I was chasing my tail for a long time, but not anymore. Fortunately, I found what I needed to find in order to start building up online better. And it makes a whole sense to me now, and it's totally different from what I have been doing in the past. And it's more fun like that, because you build friendships, you also get to do some business, and you build from there. And you build from there. So that's, again, very important. That first message, that's very important. You always try to get close to the person, figure out what's going on with them. If they have any pains, if they have any needs, what are their interests. So build some rapport again first. And from there on, the business subject will come on its own at the right time. At the right time. Don't rush into it. Don't push it. That's what I'm trying to say. So, what do you do afterwards? Well, depending on how the conversation proceeds or progresses, at the right time, and this is going to come through practicing it more with more and more people every day. At the right time, you will see if you have an opening, depending on what's going on with the conversation, if you have an opening to expose them to your business, to your products or services, whatever you are offering. It's best to use the phone, so arrange a call with them or call them right there from Facebook, for example, or on Skype, depending whatever. There are a lot of programs out there you can use to call the other person, and even better to video call the other person. Video is much, much better than just audio. And of course, audio, it's much, much better than just texting. Even though I was fortunate enough to sometimes only through texting bring people closer to me and sponsor them in one of my businesses, but it doesn't really happen often. You have to have good tools that do all the explaining for you, and they are very, done professionally and things like that. I can help you on that area as well. But it's better if you use the phone, calling them, and much, much better if you use video call. Much, much better. You build much more rapport, you get to interact. There is a million more better reasons why use video instead of just audio. And of course, again, audio is much better than just texting. So, when you get them on the phone, when you get them on Skype or on video call anyway, again, maybe you chat a little bit about generally what's going on, but at the end of the day, since you progress to the call, you need to present properly, let's say, professionally, your business, your opportunity, your products, your services, whatever you have. And when that's done, close the deal if you can. That's a whole different subject of how to do all those steps of how to call, when to call, what to say, what not to say, how to present, how not to present, how to close, how not to close. All these things are a total huge subject. And my subject for today was how to approach people on social media, not close them. We'll talk about that another day for sure. But how to approach them is what I wanted to cover today. I believe I covered it at least decently. You tell me if you like it or not. Hopefully you did. So just to recap, make sure, if you haven't, to clean up your profile, to have it being a positive profile, to have positive energy, to have good value, offering value, help, assistance to your people or to the people you're trying to approach or bring into your business or to sell to. So make sure you check that. And then when you're trying to reach out to new people, make sure you reach out to the right people from right groups, depending on what you're looking for. And it's best to not only just send a message, not only to just friend request, not only to just follow, but combine everything if you can. Okay, it's best to combine everything. It's like saying hello a couple of times on different areas. They will get notifications and most likely respond back to you. And that's what you want. You want to have the initial contact to be a good one, nice, neat, and clean. And from there on, people will start responding. You will get to know how to say more things better over practice. Don't do one today, one next week, one the following day, and whatever. Do 5, 10 a day, let's say, maybe even more if you have time. That depends on your schedule. But don't. This is going to be like a muscle. You need to practice it every day and build on it every day. Experience from it, learn from it, make mistakes, learn from your mistakes. That's crucial, and proceed from there on. Okay, that's what I had for you today. Thank you very much for sticking around. Thank you very much for watching this live broadcast, and for my friends that are watching the video. Again, thank you all very much. If you did find any value, please feel free to share this on your groups, on your profiles, on your groups, and everywhere. You can follow me right after this video ends up, or if you like to follow now. Again, thank you very much for watching. This is Niko from NikoPapadopoulo.com. I'm inspired to live free. Be good, have fun, and God bless.